On August 20th, 2016, I was in a car accident leaving my mom's house on the way to my best friend's birthday dinner. I was leaving my neighborhood, and actually my neighbors that I grew up with that were like my second parents pulled out of their house right in front of me. And I followed them out of the neighborhood, and we got to the red light to turn onto Highway 31 in Pelham, and I pulled into the far left-hand lane so that I could talk to them, and we rolled down our windows and we were just saying hey to each other, and the light turned green and we both said our goodbyes and rolled up our windows, and then we drove through turning onto Highway 31. And right when we got into the middle of the intersection, out of nowhere, a guy going 30 miles an hour T-boned me in my driver's side door. And I remember thinking in that moment, as I gripped the steering wheel, that okay, I'm in a wreck, and I'm in a wreck, and it's gonna be okay. I'm in a wreck, and my car flipped over and landed on the passenger side, and it actually hit my neighbor's car and kind of slid off of the hood. I kind of had my legs up close to my chest because it was hurting, and I looked down and my phone was right next to me, face down on the ground, and I turned it up and it was okay. And so I called my husband, and I just wanted him to know that I was okay, that I was hurt, but that I was okay. And so I let him know, and I asked him if he would come up to Birmingham. And then I called my mom, and I asked her to come meet me down right outside the neighborhood, and I didn't tell her that I was hurt, and so she was a little panicked when she got there. But I just kind of, in that moment, realized that that this was a big deal, but that somehow everything was going to be okay. A nurse that was on her way to UAB crawled in the car with me and brought me a tissue because my head was bleeding and my eye was swelling shut, so I grabbed my contact out really fast so that it wouldn't be stuck in there, and she just sat with me until the firefighters could come and cut my windshield out so that they could pick me up and get me out of the car. We arrived at the hospital, and all of my friends that I was supposed to meet for dinner showed up at the hospital to sit with my mom, and then Christopher was able to make it a couple of hours later. And just in that moment when I got to the hospital and until they were able to kind of get me into the ICU and get me stable, it was a constant flow of people at my bedside in the ER, just offering encouragement and support and not letting me be by myself, which was amazing. The church provided in so many ways, it's indescribable. We didn't have to worry about food. We had meals provided for us. Our small group even provided a cleaning service for us. When I got home from the hospital, I was dealing with a broken pelvis, a broken tailbone, 2 broken vertebrae, and an arterial tear in my neck. So the recovery process was pretty long. I wasn't able to put any weight on my legs for 12 weeks. So I was in a wheelchair, except for transfers only, when I could use a walker to get from my couch to the wheelchair or the wheelchair to the bed. While this accident absolutely came out of the blue, and I had no expectation of what this fall was actually going to be like when I started school back in August. But throughout this entire process, the Lord has consistently provided. And He's provided in such tangible ways, whether it be just seeing my phone on the ground in my car, being able to call my husband and talk to him, or through my community group providing a cleaning service, or through the church being so willing to provide meals and organize sitters. The Lord has provided this unexpected peace in such a difficult and trying time.
I hope you feel better.